Well, isn't that a beautiful starting screen? Holy shit. Alright, Disco Elysium. The time is finally here. I've heard some really great things about this game. Like, this might be one of the most ambitious games of the year. I have to say one of the, because this game shares the same year as Pathologic 2 and Outer Wilds, so, you know, and Death Stranding maybe. I might technically, yeah, I might count that too. Fuck, video games are crazy. Ooh, here we go. So, character creation screen. We can pick thinker, sensitive, physical, or create your own character. Do you want to be very intelligent and bad with people? Knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas? Do you want to be sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality but unstable, might begin to lose his mind? Or physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. We have 4 stats: intelligence, physicality, something else that is FYS, and motivation. What is FYS? Like, my go-to would almost be to call that physicality also, even though it's not the right letter, because physical has a P. But I'm like, what? Whatever it is, you're best at it when you're on your physical character. Oh, is this is physique, because this is psych. Ah, there we go. So it's intellect, psyche, physique, and motrix. And physique is spelled with an F, which is confusing, but if you're gonna make the mistake of putting psyche and physique in the same game, then you gotta figure out how to separate those when, you know, short versions, I guess. Motorix. This is interesting. Okay, so we have intellect, which is logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric, drama, conceptualization, visual calculus. Physique, psyche. I'm gonna be bad about that. Psyche is your power to influence yourself and others. Yourself and others. Volition, inland empire. What? Empathy, authority, suggestion, esprit de corps. I'm gonna have to look some things up here. I mean, like, what words mean, not like look up stuff in general. This is a blind playthrough. Physique, physical, it's how your body's built. Physical instrument, electrochemistry, endurance, half-light, pain threshold, and shivers. Motorix. Hand-eye coordination, perception, reaction speed. Savoir-faire. Savoir-faire? I don't know. Interfacing and composure. This is interesting. This is an interesting start. This one has a bonus to Inland Empire, Encyclopedia, hand-eye coordination. Oh yeah, plus Inland Empire. Oh, weird. So this is a +5 right here, but none of the stats that are under it are higher. So those must be things that you raise separately. So yeah, hand-eye coordination is +1, Inland Empire is +1, and over here, encyclopedia is +1. Okay. And everything else is a 0, because inherently you might think that these numbers give you plus. These stats might give you plus to the things that show up on the tooltip. It might still be the case. It might be that everything that shows up there is a +5 on its own, but Encyclopedia is +1 on top of that. That might be how they show this, is that all of the things on this tooltip have a stat of this number, but then when you highlight it, there's a +1 modifier to Encyclopedia specifically. But of course I'm going to create my own. I want to at least have some idea of what I'm going into here. This is rough, because these are all really positive stats, so it's interesting to have to specialize and actually choose what you want to gimp yourself on. Do you want it to be your individual manipulations? Do you want it to be your physical capabilities? Admittedly, I'm not... Physique might be the first thing that I'm willing to reduce. What if I'm just fucking min-max, literally? Like, you're just you're a massive genius that can pull off bizarre stunts, but you're like this fragile creature that it can't lift anything and can't get anyone to do what you want. I don't know. I'm a little intimidated because this has massive has massive ramifications for my entire playthrough of what might happen, but it could make things really interesting. I've always heard that it's like really interesting to play like a low intelligence playthrough of like a Fallout game or something like that. Do I want to go this far down on Psyche though? How emotionally intelligent you are. Ah, if I make somebody who's completely emotionally dead, I feel like they're gonna I feel like they're gonna start doing things that make me sad as a result. Can you go higher than 5? Yes. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 8 points, which is that's why we had 2 5s. But the cap you can get to is a 6. Period. With the level of ambition I've heard about this game, I take it to mean that this game, these might be all right answers, and not in that necessarily they all will get you the right outcome or anything, but like, it might be that every single one of these choices can lead to a very interesting character if it's half as good as people have been saying it is. So I'm curious about that. I think I'm kind of tempted to not be good at Psyche. Being good at Physique's a little boring, and being good at Psyche is a little boring in the context of all the other video games in the world, just because there's so many goddamn RPGs where it's so easy to be the guy who can like instantly convince anybody to do anything, basically. Like, it's just like, the charm stats are so omnipresently powerful that specifically building a character that doesn't have that might be really cool. That said, if I go to 1, that might make him like a sociopath. So I'm a little worried about that too. But if I go too far in different directions, then I might make my character too bad at motorics. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of this weirdly agile and brilliant stick figure man that everyone hates. I don't know. Fuck it. Although I'm still customizing my character anyway, so we need to still combine and check things out. Alright, so I get... How many points do I get? It's your signature. Okay, so we can learn what every ability here is. So if you're a brain boy, you can have... you can wield raw intellectual power, deduce the world. So this is your Sherlock Holmes stat. Encyclopedia, call upon your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. Your ability to just be a brain boy. Rhetoric, practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Oh great, debate me bro. Drama, play the actor, lie, and detect lies. Ooh. Conceptualization. Understand creativity. See art in the world. Really? You're going to be an art specialist? I'm surprised that's not part of being a mental person. That was a weird way to phrase that. Visual calculus. Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics work for the law. Hand-eye coordination. Ready, aim, fire. Perception. See, hear, and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. Reaction speed, the quickest to react. An untouchable man. Salvio faire. I don't know what this means. Sneak under their noses. Stun with an immense panache. It's like a stealth attack thing. That's a terrifying picture! I mean, a lot of them kind of are. Like, look at this weird thing that looks like it's eating somebody's neck. It's like biting their head off, and like... I mean, this is kind of cool, but like, these are some they're kind of horrifying. And kind of all over the place, but this one's a special bit of nightmare because it's a Spider-Man, and like in the worst possible interpretation of Spider-Man. I do want to just look at these pictures a little bit more. Oh my god. Interfacing. Master machines, pick locks and pockets. Composure, straighten your back, keep your poker face. Keep your poker face. And let's look at the other ones just for the sake of it. Just out of curiosity what the hell this game is made of. Volition, hold yourself together, keep your morale up. These are on the emotional composure part. So by not picking this stat, not only am I going to be bad at controlling other people, I'm going to be bad at controlling myself, which I'm going to... this could be really interesting. Inland Empire. So this is the thing that one of the base... This is such an important stat that one of the base builds suggests that you do this. Hunches and gut feelings. Dreams in waking life. Dreams in waking life. Empathy. Understand others. Work your mirror neurons. Authority. Intimidate the public. Assert yourself. Esprit de corps. Connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture? Oh, Station 41 is the police station, I guess. I was thinking that your mind's gonna like somehow magically connect to Station 41. I'm gonna be like, excuse me? Suggestion. Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. Look at this bulk boy. Look at this fucking nightmare of chest and arms. Endurance. Take the blows. Don't let the world kill you. Pain threshold. Shrug off the pain. They'll have to hurt you more. Physical instrument. Flex powerful muscles. Enjoy healthy organs. Electrochemistry. Go to party planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Raise your hair. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune in to the city. Shivers. It's your spidey sense. And Half-Life. Let the body take control. Threaten people. That's not very nice. Oh, this could go so poorly. So I think people are gonna hate this guy, because I think I'm gonna hate this guy, because he's all intellect and no emotion and no emotional sensitivity at all. I'm gonna need reaction speed. The untouchable man. I'm gonna need to be untouchable because I'm made of paper, and everyone's gonna want to hit me in the face. I'm gonna be Miss Dr. Punchable Face. Is gonna be this character. If we hate him, if this is a bad idea, we can always start over. But if if this is fun, then this will be fun. It's hard to say. Some games you turn stats all the way down and you've crippled your entire playthrough and it's unplayable. Other games, you're gonna have a wild time. Alright, let's set my signature to being untouchable because Lord knows that's my only chance of survival. Okay, confirm. That's a really beautiful background still. That's what drew me into this game in the first place. I saw it like a year ago, and the art style was just, ha! The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Fuck.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Simply keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
No ex-wives. What was that about? Ex something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a pool of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
It will lead to more awareness of the meat thing. I'm making the mistake of asking questions, so I'm going to become aware that I'm a flesh monster. Oh boy. Now I want to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
This is interesting. So I thought we were starting off In the day before days, back before there was anything. Because that's the suggestion of the ancient reptilian brain. But actually, we're probably an adult man who already exists, but instead is just trying to escape via a drunken bender the pain of his living. And so, Alonzi, never let me go. And so our reptilian brain is trying to convince us to stay here because we're probably just sleeping and drunk, and we're trying to just collapse into never doing anything ever again. No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning lights and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Tell me, what's waiting for me?
There's this giant ball there, in evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
Oh, I'm immediately game for this. This game. Bunch of evil apes duking it out on a giant ball. Yeah, I guess. I suppose so. How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large.
And how small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about, what's that?
Vying for resources. It's a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You're lost.
The limbic system. Oh. We transitioned to the limbic system at some point. I didn't even catch that. When I said let me off, the limbic system started telling me that I was the one that's marinating in this, in my alcohol. And I don't want to go back to the evil apes area. Encyclopedia, medium success. The sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Cupris Kinema motor carriage. And, oh, no, I got underwear on. That's a start, I suppose. How you feeling, buddy? Falling apart yet? My avatar is just a fucking cloud. Look at this pause screen. Neat. Just gonna turn you down a little bit. Gets a little... the audio balance with the voicing. They'll duke it out a bit. Alright. Okay, F5 is quick save, so that little bit of familiarity it persists. Arrow keys and WASD do not move the camera around. Just the it might just be centered on me all the time. What is this? This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. I'll tab to highlight items. Is that my tie up on a ceiling fan? A broken window. What happened there? The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Visual calculus, easy, 9. Assess the damage. 92% chance of success. Ooh. So you roll dice. If you roll double sixes, you always win. If you roll double ones, you always lose. Snake eyes. So no matter how good or bad your stat is, you can always win or lose. Okay. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. What did this then? More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Assess the size of the impact. It is too large for a bullet, too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which coincidentally is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other one over on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. 5 experience. The broken window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly. Okay. Off to a start, are we? Can I put some pants on? Flare cut trousers. There we go. We have achieved clothing of some approximation. What's going on up here? Perception. Hearing. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. Ah. Fish them out. It says Whirligig in rags on the aluminum key ring. There's a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. Should open the door. Ah, I found my keys. Thanks, Perception. But I was trying to click on this. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan. The other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Save your fare. Medium, 10%. Grab the tie. What could go wrong, right? Medium success. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. Pull on the fan and pull on the light bulb. Pull on the light bulb? Is it dark in here? Ah. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. Bring it on. Are you okay? Endurance. You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. So I'm guessing this is bad. Very, very bad. This is the end bad. Try to remain conscious. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met, Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented. This ain't easy on the ticker. He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague, but I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case. Well, that was Disco Elysium, everybody. Thanks for watching like always. See you guys next time. That was the end of the playthrough. Next we'll play KOTOR or whatever the fuck. Well, now we've learned what one physique does. it makes you the deadest boy of them all. Should we go back? Probably. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a new guy. You'll notice here that thinker mode still suggests that you that's still one physical actually. That's funny. Even that one suggests having one physical. I don't know, let's go back a little bit more. Let's see if I can keep this guy alive a little longer. That'd be interesting. Equip a flashlight in low light areas. Basically, I turned the light on too fast, which led to us suffering a fatal heart attack because the light was so shocking to us, evidently, which is fascinating. Easy success. There you go. Gonna go ahead and... There you go. I might as well just trace my steps for any progress or experience I might get. We just might want to save often because we might get a lot of bad endings here. Let's not quite do what we did last time. And here we get our keys. There we go. Perception sight and a perception hearing. So if our perception's sufficiently bad, we might not be able to draw anything from that kind of moment. That'd be a big old pile of whoops. Savior fare is currently at -1. So I have a base of 5, but I'm losing some. Probably because of all my drunkenness. Halogen watermarks. The spirit de corpse has +1 right now for my blazer, I guess. Yeah. Disco ass blazer. Game uses my terminology. Disco ass blazer. Look at this game ass game over here. So our tie, our horrific necktie, gives us an Inland Empire episode, or point episode, what? Total electrochemistry, go to the party, plan it, love and be loved by drugs. I got my drug pants on to make me good at drugs. Man, I wish I had pants that made me good at drugs. Great. So I primarily have 3 pieces of equipment that'll give me bonuses to skills that are not in either of my specialty stats. I have health 1 and morale 1. I'm guessing that health comes from physique and morale comes from psyche. And so because I set them both to 1, I can be instantly shattered physically or emotionally by basically anything. Oh, this is gonna be a really interesting playthrough. If I can even make it last more than like 1 episode without having to start over with a new character. It's fun. It's fine. We're gonna have fun with this. Also, I'm gonna look at my fucking reflection here and get shattered by the realization of what I look like, and then die of a heart attack. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Damn. Who's this strong masculine character who's not me that apparently has access to this apartment? Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really? Nothing? Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in, has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking, it was a deluge of world-ending proportions. Wipe the mirror. Is it a character creator screen? As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort! You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing like wrong with my face. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with it. What? What's wrong? Where to even begin? There's the bloatedness, the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. At least my tongue is okay. Touch your tongue. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. I'm sorry. Touch your nose. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. When you honk it. And it doesn't appear to be particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. Wipe the mirror now. We have to be brave. Behold. That zoom in. Oh, you have no idea who this thing is, do you? Dear Lord, help me. What is this? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly no rigor mortis in your face. There's clearly rigor mortis in your face. Or, wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? I have no idea why it's there, it just is. Please stop, it's horrible. You're scaring yourself. No. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You've worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? I think it's supposed to look suggestive? I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. Please promise yourself you are not going to try this on any ladies, whatever happens. I promise. Lie. I'm lying to myself. I'm lying to my mirror, which is a person in this conversation. You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead, try something. Can't even tell the truth to yourself. I can use I can do an encyclopedia check, which is formidable, and an electrochemistry check, which is impossible. Let's dig deep into your mind and locate the source of the expression. I'm supposed to be good at encyclopedia, but apparently this is really hard. Formidable failure. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Impossible. It's too late. Like an image of film, the expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it. Let the mirror be for now. Okay, maybe not a character creator. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. Should have sent a poet. Yeah, this is probably what every character looks like in this game, because that was a detailed drawing, so I'm guessing there's not a character creator for visuals. We're stuck with this guy, and he's stuck with us. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. I'm guessing we don't use it as a bath. Oh, there's a shirt. That changed my stats too. Unsavory odor. -1 suggestion, but +1 to conceptualization. A real statement to wear. Didn't I also specialize in something? Oh, but these are only bonuses from items. So that's why my bonus that I specialized in is not listed here. Is our character screen? Hello. Press C to open up your C screen, I guess. You do not have enough skill points available. Where do your skill points show up? Is it here? This is how many little diamonds you need. Oh, experience 10 out of 100. Zero, so you have 0 skill points that show up right here. Gotcha. And this tells you what, yeah, what your current total is and where it's from. God, the art in this game is incredible. I knew it was going to be. It's the first thing I saw about this game, but Where does this go? Like, what do you mean you can't open it? Don't you live here? What are you? Try these buttons. Okay, there's that button. There's that button. Those are the two we've seen before. The journal. It's empty. I'm a good detective. And headphones or something. That must be how I talk to other characters that are elsewhere somewhere, somehow. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Okay. So greens are observations, although sometimes something might come of it. Should I wear one shoe? Like the professional that I am. Shoes. This crocodile leather shoe has a high heel and chrome embellishment. It fits your left foot perfectly. Now all that remains is to find the other shoe. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. An empty cassette. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. There used to be a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the Ateneo's single smallest church of St. Saëns must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in '43. Now it's rather useless. Can I use it? Nope. If you can use object on object in an adventure game sort of way, it's not like that. Alright. Before I do this again, I'm gonna save. But if we pull on the fan, the blade comes squeaking to a halt. Pull on the light bulb. Oh my god! Turn it back off. The light is off. That's all that really comes to that. Okay. You know what? Let's keep it go. Oh, the switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine. Oh no. I turn the fan off and there's only a net negative for doing so. Oh well. Save. And so I leave on an embarkment. Why is this glowing at me? Did I get something new? I don't see anything new. Key to room number 1. Hey, I'm number 1 at something. Room number. What a pro. Ilal Sava, 52 degrees centigrade. Sun breaks and starbursts. Mirova, 20 degrees centigrade. Partial cloud cover. Oh, it's the radio. The radio's talking. Okay. There's something on the table. Money? For me? I love money. I got 0.4 real? Is that what it's... That's what the money's called, I guess? Sure. Why not? Oh, there's like a sign over here. Don't be afraid to say weird things. People are more forgiving to persons of power, like police officers. Oh. Oh no. That made me sad. Also, that was a door. Whoops. I wanted to read the sign. Oh, my shoe. Hi. How did that end up here from there? Interesting. Ooh. Down there, the gate's busted. Somebody sitting down there. Got some nice streaks in the road. Everything's beautiful. It's the Whirling in Rags. Is the name of this whole place. There's roof access. Hey, there you go. My shoes are complete. They may have lost some of their luster over the years, but these green crocodile shoes fit you perfectly. Both of them, because there's 2 now. Now they give me stats. They have ridiculously high heels, so they reduce my stealth powers. That's funny. But hey, the composure. Awesome watchtower heals. I get +1 composure from how awesome my heals are, but -1 stealth from how shitty my heals are. I love the paradox there. I love the give and take, the good, the bad. There's a lot of stealth stats here, aren't there? Oh no, this is a different stat. What does that mean again? I gotta remember because it's one of them words that I don't know. It's how well you connect with the cops. Ah, right. So the halogen watermarks make the cops like you more with this disco ass blazer. But meanwhile, I have -2 to stealth because I have really tight pants and really high heels. So if you need to do any early game stealthing, you're gonna have to just strip. Secret task complete. Find your other shoe. Secret task. Composure. There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Conceptualization. Like 2 baby crocodiles. How do they fit? Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. I dig this bizarre internal monologue. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. One of the big selling points for this game is the idea that you can have, it's a game where multiple parts of your personality can argue and you can lose the argument against yourself. That's the other selling point after the art, which is a pretty good selling point.
Hello, officer.
The year is 51. That's a difficult name. Class G? Miss Orange Disco Dancer? The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. Conceptualization. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city. Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by the question. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer, right? The young woman shakes her head slowly. Conceptualization. Challenging. Officer could be an artistic statement, a claim to official renown. Officer's my stage name, right? I can see myself as a middling disco artist called the Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir?
He looks you in the eye. Oh no, we're doing that. We're doing the thing that Pillars does, where it does a dialogue and then a description, then more dialogue, and they just voice all the dialogue back to back without any of the description, while skipping over the description, which is just a really weird way to read something. Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
She takes another drag. All this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Logic. You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. Suggestion challenging. Yeah, I'm not going to be great at people. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. Jesus. All right. I like it's. That's not me highlighting it. It's just got a giant red mark over it, as if to highlight how fucking doomed that choice is. I wonder if it highlights every skill check in that kind of way. I might not know where I am, or who I am, or what a Copris Canema is. How I know what one sounds like. What? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he means he doesn't know how he knows what a Copris Canema sounds like. The phrasing just kept going and going, and I'm like, I'm losing the thread of the sentence. I'm very drunk. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. It was a very positive impression. I might not know where I am, or who I am, or what a Corpus Canema is, or how I know what one sounds like. She nods. But I do know when someone's not telling me the whole story. What am I doing here? What's my case? He takes a long drag before speaking. There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops. Why didn't you just tell me that? I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer. Why don't I remember being a cop? Or anything else? Could it be because of the drinking? She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles. Perception. Success. She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age. Jesus. The expression. I should get going now.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She puts out her cigarette. Reaction speed, easy. Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need, the need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes. Before you go, I have some questions for you. Yes? What is it that they have against police here? The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. Where exactly is here? Where am I? You're in a hostel, sir. No, where are we? Where in the world? We're in Revachol. Encyclopedia. Revachol is a disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time. Revachol forever. Forever and ever. Tell me, is it 51 now? It's 51. What century? The current century. And what's that? What number? Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And this is the current one. How many centuries have there been then? Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. She grins. Centuries have names. It's called the current century? Will it be called the current century next century too? By which I mean, will the current century still be called the current century, and then the new century is called something besides the current century? Or is the current century always the current century, and then you name them when you're done with them? That'd actually be that'd be kind of suitable. Because then you'd have like some kind of overall title that summarizes it. Now that you're putting a bow on it. What's so funny? You're right. Her expression turns serious. There's nothing funny about civilization. Your room's almost next to mine. You hear anything last night? There was the usual ruckus. She shrugs. Loud disco music. Did I have any visitors? I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking over there. From over here. She nods towards room number 3. Loud disco music. Oh yes, various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them. She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you. Oh, that, yeah. Whew. Less said about the ooh, the better. The oh. Oh. Ostentatious Orchestrations is the name of an actual band. Thanks, Encyclopedia. Oh, were huge where I came from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, she sings, but we go on. It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. What happened? A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music, on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time you were yelling along to it. Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church of St. Siennes. Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the world. The whole world. It was about that. And also... what else? That it doesn't matter anymore. That we are alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast? Yes, it was very cool. Rhetoric. Success. It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it. How is it? Is that a success then? Then what happened? Then you started screaming and trashed the place. That's just so me. What did I do? A window was smashed? The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then, I think, you passed out. It prides me to hear this. Tell me there was more. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5, she nods. And that was it. Okay, you can go now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Well, this is some fun, ridiculous dialogue. We can at least be self-aware as our bizarre ball of failure. I appreciate that quality of life thing that just happened. It just auto-saved. I don't know if it's based on a timer or because I just had a conversation, but generally speaking, if you abruptly die in a game where you can abruptly die because turning on the light can lead to a fatal heart attack, then those kind of surprise deaths, if that's in the game, it's very useful if the game will save automatically after a long conversation so you don't have to redo the entire conversation because you die abruptly when you fall down the stairs a moment later or something, which I'm predicting because there's stairs over there. We should look at the settings. Oh no. Oh no. I just realized the settings I was looking at before might be all of the settings. That might be all the settings in the game. That's disappointing. One might hope for other settings, like customizations on how often the game saves, or whatever. Oh well, there's a few different saves here. Hey, a backup quick save. So it remembers your quick save and your previous quick save, which is better than fucking Pillars of Eternity that has one quick save slot and it only autosaves when you enter a new zone, which is those are both pretty iffy. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. Still smoking. Does this news station just tells you what the weather is a lot? Okay. What do we got here? A newspaper? Let's do some world building. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Hey! I like that album. That's a great album. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. I'm probably mispronouncing it because American. But I love that album. Although it's probably like my third favorite album by that band out of 4. I say not acknowledging the fact that there's like 7 now. I've been afraid to continue after the revival. It's like, they're back, but are they? That's terrifying. And Kim Deal's not there. This is where the lyrics would be. Oh, it's a karaoke stage? Yep. A big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. Just a bunch of planks of plywood over some, like, pallets. That's what they got for a stage. It slightly elevates you, I suppose. This guy seems to be looking at a... Speaker's connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know of your vast, oceanic soul. My soul's cubic content is obscured by my hangover. Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system by other people. This goes well with the theory I'm developing, that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline. Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment. So when you're done with this thought, see if it works. What should I sing when it comes to it? You should sing the sad, small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Of course, they'll really get a gauge of my soul with that one. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with the sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now? No one. Sing karaoke, task gained. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. Shit. Oh no, I can only sing karaoke if I find the song again. Oh no. I need to step it up. First objective of the game, sing karaoke. You need to find a sufficiently tragic tape. Then play it on a boombox to memorize the lyrics. Then ask the cafeteria manager to perform. Preferably in the evening, more people at the bar then. Wow, we're committed to this objective. We'll see how that plays out. Hello, sir. You seem to be staring at a taxidermied red-tailed hawk. Gart, the cafeteria manager. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Empathy. Easy. Failure. Everything's cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk. Oh, boy. I wonder if I can turn off the success or failure checks so I don't even know. So I'll just think that that's the case and I won't know if it's a failure or a success, which would be pretty funny. Look at the stuffed bird. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings is broken. The man's trying to mend it. At first glance, I would guess that my character broke it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that used to mount it, most likely on the wall. And where's that? This is a great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you're in right now. Perception. The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. The Coraria skua. That's the great skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors, where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy? He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject. You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
I don't think you appreciate how much of an alcoholic I am. What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Wait, so you're at a bar? So you admit that it's a bar? That means you're a bartender. Like, you might not be like, my calling in life and my career as a whole is a bartender, but you're literally a bartender now. In this moment, you are a bartender. Where'd the Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
He shrugs. His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something. Thanks, drama. You just what?
So now you're a cop? Forget it.
I don't think he likes me very much. No, we're great. We're great together. We love each other. He was my best man at my wedding. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. There's a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. The menu's been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 13 o'clock." A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. Is handwriting that gendered? Once again, that's the front door. Gotta watch out for those signs. I'm gonna accidentally wander out. Inside, you catch a glimpse of union paraphernalia, a strike poster, some red pennants. A sign reads, "Mess hall reserved for union members. Door opens at 16 o'clock." This royal pinball machine is unplugged. There appears to be a woman in a wheelchair here. That is her real name.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. Huh.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. This guy? I'm stuck with this guy? He looks almost as bad as me. And we're lucky I came here in clothes. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. Perception, success. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer. We're a detective that has to, like, deduce our way back into realizing we're a detective, which is incredible. Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
His grip is firm. Apparently, this is our first time meeting, so at least I don't have to remember who he is. Like, remember, I mean. You realize he's waiting for your name. Just call me officer, or I don't really know my name, or try to conceptualize a new name for myself, because I don't know it. Oh my god. -1, partial to the officer. That's funny. Come on, conceptualization, you can do this. Failure. Rolled 2 2s like a loser. Ah. Oh no, my failure gave me Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Oh, too late, we're stuck with it. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Yes, well.
He doesn't even process what you just said, he just moves on. Drama, success. Not for a moment does he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke or peculiarity he doesn't understand.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Rhetoric, success. What he means is that he's been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied. You talk to your manager, point to the cafeteria manager. You mean him? Yeah, I talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yeah, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
He taps his foot, more out of habit than impatience. What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
I don't like dead bodies.
Sure, but did you take it down from the tree?
Look, man, you know, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
No.
So the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
This guy is so done with my shit already, which is a great start. Alright. What are we supposed to do again? Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. How can you be so sure I'm from the police? I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. He points to your jacket. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it, but for now I am going to set those possibilities aside. I am not from the Inspectorate General. Encyclopedia, success. Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things. Ah, you mean the rat squad. No need for derogatory terms. They are only doing their job. He said insignia. These white rectangles, you mean? Point to your sleeve. Yes. But they're just white rectangles. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of a motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job. But shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check your pockets. You mean you do not have a badge? Pretend you found it. I have my badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge. Task gained. Report your badge missing. Oh, this is gonna be an experience. Alright. Oh. There's a moment's pause. Then he continues carefully. If you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave, but since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand. I can't remember anything. He looks at you for a moment in silence. I can see you drank last night, and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through much worse. Much worse. You need something for your headache. There is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. Let's roll. After you, officer. Tutorial agent. Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever, just by clicking on him. Oh. Oh, and boy. You're stuck with me. I'm so sorry. Well, alright. Buckle up, everybody. This is gonna be something different.